An acclaimed pianist becomes an actress in award-winning Italian director Nanni Moretti's latest screen production. We speak with her on Issues and Insiders today. Hello and welcome to this edition of Issues and Insiders. I'm Min Sunhee. For many in the movie industry, the thought of stepping onto the red carpet at the Cannes for the first screen production is simply a dream. But for one actress, this was the reality following her role in renowned Italian director Nanni Moretti's film A Brighter Tomorrow. And for more on her thoughts, I have actress You Sun Hee here in the studio. Sunny, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Hello, it's my pleasure. I'm so happy to be here today.
It's great to have you here. Sunny, first then, could we start off a bit with information regarding Nanni Moretti's film, A Brighter Tomorrow?
Yeah. A Brighter Tomorrow is a new film of Nanni Moretti, and it was a really big hit in Italy, and it's considered one of the best Nanni Moretti's film in recent years. And it's full of cues that recalled Nanni Moretti's typical his word, and here too he plays his role, main character role in this film. And this is the film about a director named Giovanni who tries to shoot his new film, encountering many obstacles both in his work and his life. His film is also in danger of not being able to go ahead. Meanwhile, his wife Paola, she wanted to leave him. So in short, there's nothing going well. But Giovanni wants to believe that tomorrow will be better than today.
Right, so that is the gist of the film then.
Yeah.
And what is your role in this film?
Oh, I'm a Korean interpreter. I'm trying to act as a liaison between the Korean producers and the director Giovanni. And I'm very happy to have done my role as the first film experience, because I have been living in Italy since I was 14 years old. So by now I feel very Italian, but deeply also Korean. So I always have tried, and also still try, to find my own balance between the two words. And I think the job of the interpreter is just act as go-between between the two different words, not just translating the languages. Yeah, so I felt very much myself while playing this role.
Right. So, like you mentioned, you left Korea when you were 14 to travel to Italy to play the piano, right?
Yeah.
You are an acclaimed pianist. What prompted you to venture into the silver screen?
Yeah, 3 years ago, a friend of mine, an actor friend of mine, asked me if I was interested in joining his agency of actors where they were looking for someone who was Asian origin. And it was during COVID time, and unfortunately in Europe, and musical engagements were stopped. So I thought, why not? I accepted it without any expectation. And one day my agent called me to say that there was an audition for Nanni Moretti's new film. So I went to have the audition, I passed it, and I arrived on the set and to shoot my first film of my life.
That must have been amazing. What do you suppose was the reason that they picked you, do you think? How did you appeal to them in the audition?
I don't know.
You're not
I have
sure?
no idea.
You've never asked him?
No, never. I couldn't, because, the director, he's a really great director.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right, so he's directing, he was also in the film, playing the lead role of Giovanni, as you mentioned earlier. Sunny, what's the significance, you suppose, of this particular screen production for you, apart from it being your first, of course, movie? Yeah,
being my first film, this opportunity opened me a totally new and beautiful world, and it is very special to me, like a first love. I have experienced the understanding of the film world with so much of joy and curiosity, but also it was really tiring between the long sets and long waits in sets and night shoots. But I learned so much from watching the greatest actors up close. Of course, the director himself and all those technicians working on the set.
How long had you practiced, should I say, is that the right word, for acting before starting on this particular production? Because I understand your friend suggested acting during the pandemic,
Yeah.
and you partook in the film right after that, because the film was released in the year 2023, last year.
Yeah.
Right? Did you have a lot of practice acting before this?
Unfortunately not, because, you know, the director, he's very famous to not give the, how is
The script?
the script to not really main roles. So he sent me the script the day before shoot, so I couldn't practice. So I just, you know, memorized the lines, and then I went to shoot.
How did that make you feel? Must have been very nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, but you know, I think I was. It wasn't really a new thing for me, because I was able to learn and repeat many times with my music. So yeah.
I see. Sunhee, your role in Brighter Tomorrow also granted you the chance to walk the red carpet at the Cannes last year. What was that experience like?
Today, looking back, I think it was really an incredible dream come true. Yeah, it was like if I had been on another planet. And it was really beautiful to be at Cannes Festival with all the actors I had the pleasure of working with. And when we saw our film at the Lumiere Theatre all together, it was really emotional. And in the end of the screening, there was a standing ovation more than 10 minutes. I was really overcome with emotions, and Nanni and all of us as well. And, you know, we felt a great sense of belonging among us. And I was and I am really proud to have been part of this wonderful film. And you know, that red carpet, it was dizzying. And all those flashes and reporters shouting my name, son, look this way. Honestly, I didn't expect it. And I had no idea anyway. So yeah, Cannes is unique. It's a dream.
It must have been a special experience.
Yeah.
Sunhee, the movie A Brighter Tomorrow, I understand, includes aspects of the Korean culture. Could you tell us a bit about this?
Yeah, while we were shooting this scene, at some point, Nanni said to me, Sunhee, you being Korean and knowing the Korean culture, you're free to do something that typically represents Korean culture. So I thought it would be nice to introduce the typical Korean toast, knocking the soju glasses and shouting "Ganbae," but most importantly, to do the one shot, because I wanted this scene to be funny. And of course, I couldn't imagine that Korean audiences sing this film and this scene. So I hope they will enjoy it.
Right, it's screening today, so we'll get a chance to see that particular shot then. Sunhee, do share with us some other fun episodes while shooting this particular movie.
The scene where I appear for the first time, I have the lines that are very important, both for the story and as my role as an actress. I shot the scene on my very first day on the set, so I had no idea how the film set worked. And I had repeated maybe more than 20 times, so I was a bit tired. And you know, we have takes, the camera rolls, and then director says action, and the scene begins. So as they were saying camera rolls, I was ready to begin my scene. At that point, Nanni turns to me and says, Sunhee, don't use that word like beautiful, but use another one, amazing. That is, he was changing my lines a second before the action. I was caught off guard. It was not easy, but luckily we got it done. And you know, Nanni is famous to doing many takes to get what really he wants in every scene. And he's almost maniacal even in the details. Of course, surely it makes a big difference as a great director.
Right.
Yeah, so in fact, the actor Silvio Orlando, who plays in this film, once he said in an interview, "I am happy if I work with Nanni, but I'm serene when I am not working with him."
I see.
Yeah.
Sunny, what artistic merits do you suppose have you been exposed to while, of course, partaking in two different professions of performing?
Yeah, between music and acting, there are severe similarities. Both are the art of expression, and acting is more directly expressed by the voice, facial expressions, and body. While music, in my case as a pianist, expression comes through an instrument, musical instrument with the support of piano technique. So I can say that acting is more direct and I am more totally involved physically. And I noticed that after my experience as an actress, I feel more free and confident using my body to express my musical expressions while playing. So I can say that both art enrich me from my artist growth.
Right. Also speaking with the local media, I believe, Sunny, you mentioned that another similarity between acting and playing music is the endless cycle of repetition. Do you care to elaborate?
Yeah, to play at a high level, you have to repeat many times to find what really you want to express. For example, technical precision, dynamic, phrasing, musical expressions. The same thing in acting. To recite and transmit what you want to people, you have to repeat many times to find really that expression. So perfection comes when you practice.
Right, and that would be the similarity between acting and playing music then?
Yeah.
Sunny, what do you hope the Korean audience will take away from Nanni Moretti's film A Brighter Tomorrow?
Yeah, I would like the audience to enjoy it first of all. This is a story about Giovanni who has thousands of difficulties and somehow something positive comes despite everything. So I would like all the people who see this film to be able to remember that even if today is hard and difficult, tomorrow will be another day. So tomorrow will be better than today. In short, don't lose hope. A brighter tomorrow.
Where there's a will, there's a way then. A very positive message.
Yeah.
Sunny, this is an impromptu question. In the movie, so the protagonist, Giovanni, goes through a very difficult time, as you mentioned, in trying to make a movie. And then his wife suggests, so she brings in a Korean film production team to help him. Was there a reason why a Korean production team was used? Was in the film, that is, of course.
Oh,
is it perhaps because of the popularity that K-entertainment is enjoying in the world right now?
Perhaps, yeah, I think because, you know, the Korean producers are in Italy to produce Paola's new movie, which is, you know, very violent. Yeah, unfortunately, the Korean films' contents are known as something very strong and a bit violent. I think that maybe for that. But Giovanni has no possibility to continue his film, and so Paola gives the script to Korean producers, and they read that, but they understood completely opposite of what really Giovanni wants. So they decided to invest in the film, but Giovanni is not very happy about how they understood the script, but he has to accept it because it's a unique way to go ahead.
Right, and for further details regarding the movie, we'll just have to wait for the audience to go and watch it then.
Yeah.
Sunny, before we end though, I'd like to ask you another personal question with regard to your venture to Italy. You left at the age of 14 to pursue your piano interests in Italy. Is there a reason why you chose that particular country?
When I was in Korea, I was 12 years old, I met an Italian pianist. Yeah, so I got master classes with him, and then he invited me to in Italy to continue the musical lessons with him. And that short period when I was in Italy, Bari, the city's name is Bari, I've lived that experience with so much of joy, because it was really, I felt it so much of warm and welcoming from Italian people. And always I thought that even though I was going to the Yeonsuku, is very famous musical education school, I always thought that I have to go to place where the classical music was born, yeah, like in Europe. So when I had this opportunity to go to Italy, I decided to go there to learn, not just playing the piano technique, but to learn the culture and to live the European culture.
And you must have enjoyed it tremendously, because you're still living there.
Yeah.
Right, Sunhee, what are some of your plans as a pianist as well as an actress this year?
After shooting A Brighter Tomorrow, I continued with films. Yeah, I doing main roles in short film and American series, and also a villain role. It was really great experience for me, but it was really tiring to the concerts while shooting films. So I decided to divide my focus. And for now, I am concentrating on more heavily on music. So I have my debut at Concert House in Berlin and a summer tour, and I'm going to record my new piano solo album. So then after summer, I will be back on set for new projects. I'm very looking forward to it.
So are we.
Yeah.
All right, Sunhee, best of luck in your future endeavors, and thank you so much for making the time to be here in person.
Thank you so much. It was a really pleasure to be here today.
Right. Well, on that note, we end this edition of Issues and Insiders. Thank you for watching. See you same time tomorrow.